Yeah, of course.
Hi guys. You thought you were going to get away from me for the whole week. Well, hate to break it to you, but didn't want to lose a day of pre-cal honors. So consider this your pre-cal honors bonus. Today we're going to talk about the cofunction formulas, and they're going to lead into the addition-subtraction formulas. Cofunction formula is a fairly elementary concept, and it's based on the idea of the acute angles of a right triangle. So from chapter 5, you recall we had a right triangle ABC with acute angles alpha and beta. From geometry, you should remember that the acute angles of any right triangle are complementary. And again, that's a consequence of the sum of the angles adding up to 180 degrees. Now in radians, 90 degrees is, I know you already said it, pi over 2. So based on that, I could write beta, solving this equation for beta. I would have that beta is equal to pi over 2 minus alpha. Now, let's go back to something you'll also remember from geometry, which is SOHCAHTOA. And so we have that sine of alpha is equal to A over C, opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of alpha is equal to B over C, adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent of alpha is equal to A over B. Well, if we do the same exercise for the other acute angle in the right triangle, we have that sine of beta is equal to B over C. Cosine of beta is equal to A over C. And tangent of beta is equal to B over A. Now look at the ratios. Sine of beta is B over C. Cosine of alpha is B over C. Therefore, by the transitive property, it would follow that sine of beta is equal to cosine of alpha. Same idea gives us cosine of beta equals sine of alpha. And these are reciprocals. And combining with the fundamental identities from chapter 5, we then have the tangent of beta is equal to cotangent of alpha. Substitution, replacing beta with pi over 2 minus alpha, gives us the cofunction formulas. So we have that cosine of alpha equals sine of pi over 2 minus alpha. Cosine of alpha is equal to, excuse me, that's part of the Department of Redundancy Department. Sine of alpha is equal to cosine of pi over 2 minus alpha, and tangent of alpha is equal to cotangent of pi over 2 minus alpha. Now we can use the same reasoning to get the other three. So if you take the reciprocal of cosine is secant, we have that secant of alpha is equal to the reciprocal of sine, which is cosecant of pi over 2 minus alpha. And then cosecant of alpha is equal to secant of pi over 2 minus alpha. And finally, cotangent of alpha equals tangent of pi over 2 minus alpha. So again, cofunction formulas, fairly straightforward. Not a whole lot of wow factor into that. So why do we put them out here? Why is it important to derive the cofunction formulas at this juncture? Well, because they are used to prove the addition or derive the addition-subtraction formulas. Now to derive the addition-subtraction formulas, I'm going to have to erase the board and I'm going to have to fill it up with a nice, fun little exercise. So let me erase here. And we're going to do a little bit of geometry review while we set up and define our various angles to come up with a derivation.